visibility in South Wales and Gloucestershire, where these two magnificent planes will end up, is decent enough to get them in because they're so big. These are amazing aircraft. They've been with us for decades, and this really is a moment of history.
A queen of the skies. The uniforms and the food changed.
The cabin has been fine-tuned for passenger comfort and service efficiency.
But the 747 was a glamour glider for decades.
It's big, but by no means slow.
Full, it could weigh 400 tons. The original was made in 1969.
Man, how are they ever going to get that thing in the air?
BA once flew 57 of them. Now their last two are leaving Heathrow.
In here is the bunks where we can get rest if we've got more than two crew, and then into the...
Captain Al will pilot this one into retirement. The 747's departure from the fleet is earlier than planned because of the pandemic.
First thing you notice is you look out the window and you're looking down on people, which is it's really weird compared to any other aircraft you've flown. It's almost sad when a beautiful aircraft can still fly, but it's off to its final resting place. It will be an emotional moment lifting off for that last time.
Good morning, BBC Breakfast, and welcome on board this final British Airways 747 flight from London Heathrow.
Julie welcomed A-listers and royalty on board.
No need to go to the gym either. You become very attached to a huge chunk of metal that takes you around the world, that's glamorous, it's, iconic, and you do actually fall in love.
The stretched upper deck is new to BA.
In its day, the double deck was novel.
It's like a private jet up here.
It's still pretty cool today.
I know somebody whose grandma boarded a 747 and thought she was still in the departure lounge because it was just so big. She didn't realise, and she kept saying, "When are we boarding?"
71 metres from the front to a place passengers didn't see near the tail.
At the back of the plane, up a flight of stairs, is where on those long-haul flights the crew can get a bit of well-earned rest. In seat 1A, you are further forward than the pilots. The cockpit's up there. But the amazing views out the window didn't come cheap here in first class. It's incredible to think that the Boeing 747 has been with us for around half a century. Suddenly, you could carry around 400 people from Heathrow to JFK, New York, in about 6 hours. It was a wow moment, and it changed the way we travel.
Millions of miles, millions of jumbo jet memories. This morning it's over and out for the BA 747 era.
Well, there she goes. The second of the 747s is going to go out down towards the airfield here at Heathrow. You can see she's going to taxi to the right to the north runway, and then she will head out westwards towards the west. One going to Gloucestershire, one going to Campbell. The other plane is actually sort of down that direction, just out of shot. But beyond all this stuff, you can see a lot of people have come out for this really great moment. I mean, they're just magnificent aircraft. Look at the engines there, getting ready. And then the two planes might do a simultaneous takeoff, but it's touch and go. It's been changing by the second, really, whether that's possible because of the weather. It's not an easy thing to do here at a live airfield. You've got to remember that Heathrow, yes, the pandemic's meant that there's less traffic here, but it's really still operating, and it's an incredible operation that they're doing here to bring these two planes at a precise time. We can really see that great image of the planes moving towards their final flight, and let's bring in a couple of people who know all about these aircraft. Ralph Thomas is an engineer, very experienced at looking under the bonnet, so to speak, of these planes. What is your favourite thing about them? Why are they so special?
They're really special. They're an iconic aeroplane. It's a sad day to see them go. It really is.
How long does it take to service one of those planes? How many people? Give us a sense.
It depends on the type of serving, but it can be between 24, 48 hours, 40 people per aircraft. It's big work. It's a big aeroplane. There's lots of people. It takes a long time.
Well, someone wiping away. Are they tears, Julie? I don't know whether they're tears or they're raindrops, but Julie worked as cabin crew for years on board these planes. You've been with BA for decades. What does it mean to you personally at this moment? They're really about to leave Heathrow for the last time?
It's incredibly emotional, a mix of emotions, I think. You know, so proud to have worked on them. They're absolutely majestic and recognisable around the world. So it's just an extremely emotional moment for me, to be honest with you.
What are your fond memories? What are the things that come to learning? Look at that, brilliant. The tail of that plane is level with a 6-storey building. It's incredible, 400 passengers, but it's empty today apart from the 3 pilots. And soon they'll head off.
Tom, I think the image we can see is the one above you, or slightly above you, I think, looking down, and we can see clearly, I think the 2 aircraft, one sort of to the foreground, one a little further back. How does this simultaneous takeoff happen?
Well, I'm still not 100% if I'm honest, if that simultaneous takeoff is actually going to happen or whether one will head out first. But it's a giant company, and yes, they've had some really tough times, but now, there you go, it's off. The first plane. The visibility isn't great, I have to say, but here it comes, and it's coming towards our other airside camera, so we're covering this in lots of different angles for you this morning because it is a great moment. There she goes, down the runway. Fantastic. Julie, we're going to bring you in cabin crew. Come on, how are you feeling?
Oh, so cheerful, sorry, it's just so emotional.
Come on, it's fair enough. You said to us the other day, you feel attached to this hunk of... there she goes up in the air.
Amazing, really, really sad to see her go, but just such a shame about the weather, but amazing, absolutely incredible. Sorry.
That's great, you are wiping away the tears this morning, you're wiping the tears away, as well as the rain, of course, this morning, but there she goes, the first plane, the first 747 of 2, and the second one is now heading off as well. It is steaming down the runway, can probably show you that in a second. There's Julie waving, great. Lovely moment, Julie. How are you feeling?
Really emotional. Sorry, I know I keep saying the same thing, but I'm a bit choked and lost for words at the moment because I was really lucky to be the last cabin crew member to walk on her the other day, and I'm really honoured and privileged to have had that opportunity. So.
You met royalty, you entertain royalty, stars on board for decades.
Yes, I have. Very, very privileged.
There goes the next one up in the air. Brilliant. I have to say, through the clouds, you guys at home have got a much better view than us, because down here through the clouds it isn't great weather, but she looks magnificent. The last 747-400 of the BA fleet to depart from here at London Heathrow, the headquarters of British Airways, of course, and all the staff are out, and there is a lot of emotion, guys.